is being chosen, basically. This is like a locked-in decision of what we're getting. Now, if you haven't seen the information already, which I'm assuming if you follow the game a lot and you like the game a lot, you've probably seen the information already. But let's just say, in my opinion, this is the worst decision that could have been chosen. So I am now going to read parts of it, because I'm not reading the whole thing, so I can't be asked. But I just want to point out the parts that I want to complain about, basically. So it very quickly says, it has been wonderful chatting to you and seeing discussions about the upcoming Sanctum of Rebirth. As they're continuing and refining whatever the fuck, they want to update on the community changes that we've helped finalize and unveil for the upcoming set effect of the tier 95 dual wield magic weapons. We asked you to discuss this and this and this and this, and this is what your feedback has made happen. The first thing we want to discuss is which of the potential set effects you'll get your hands on when the brand new tier 95 magic dual weapons arrive with the Sanctum of Rebirth. Initial discussions lean towards the third set effect, which benefited an alternative playstyle by increasing damage over time effects. Fucking SMH. This effect ramps up power in the more you stack a new debuff and adds features like refreshing cooldowns or making them hit instantly. Here is what it looked like in the beta. So it's basically the whole damage over time with combust and corruption. Like, that is a set effect that was in the beta. So during the beta, the initial preference became a strong conscientious. So we're going to lock in the corruption ascension set effect with some tweaks. So basically what they're saying is the damage over time one is the one that we're getting. And then if you scroll down a little bit, and we really fucking zoom in, and it literally says here, we also want to note that we're aware of players' concerns how damage over time effects currently function, and this is something we have on the radar and plan to address in a future update. So, we're getting the fucking garbage corruption essence shit with damage over time not even being addressed, and it's still gonna be shit. And then, to like really kind of like punch the people in the face who didn't want the damage over time effect, they said, with all that said, there was plenty of love for the other effects. Both the excitement of the cooldown refresh, which is what I really liked, and the more consistent cooldown reduction versions. So this is the one that I like the most. The one where your wild magic got a consistent cooldown. Like, it wasn't the chance one. The one where your wild magic ended up having like a 7-second cooldown. That is the set that I preferred. While we won't be using them in this update, we do intend to keep them in mind for future reward spaces. So in like 2027, when there's fuck all left, we might see it. I'm not gonna lie, for me personally, this is sad. This is sad. I didn't want to have to work off of bleeds, bro. Like, it's magic. Why are we working off of bleeds for magic? I don't get why. I said a lot worse of things when I first initially read this when I spoke to Apple. I won't repeat them here, but I'm not happy. I am honestly not happy that this is the set effect that we've been given. I don't think it's going to be powerful enough, to be honest. Because the thing that made magic feel good in the beta was the fact that you could use wild magic so much more often. And I don't think a damage over time thing is the way to go. Like, it's just fucking stupid. Then they mentioned the whole two hands or two hand thing, you know, dual wield or not. Basically, without reading any of this, fucking G-Conk is coming to both styles, like dual wield and two-handed, and Magma Tempest is coming to both as well. That's actually what all of this says. Down but not out is... It's just a mechanic for the dungeon. I think it's stupid, if you want my honest opinion. I don't see the point of it. like, death costs are the cheapest they've ever been anyway, so I don't really see the point. I just think it's some, like, another annoying debuff that you're gonna get for so long. I would rather just die. It's stupid. I don't see the point of it. Like, let's go to a dungeon where you die, but you don't die. And how is it also gonna affect the, the cost of the new weapons? What are the drop rates going to be like in the normal mode with this mechanic? Like, I think it could affect a lot in a bad way. Maybe it won't, but I don't like this. I don't see the point of it. And it's not like it really makes much sense for learners when it's already been said that this dungeon is meant to be harder than the new fucking dogshit dinosaur that we got. I just think it's a really weird mechanic. Like an alternative death scenario. Bro, just kill me. I don't want to be resurrected. I think this is stupid. So overall, the only good thing about it, in my opinion, is the fact that we're getting G-Conk to both styles, and I think it's going to be nice to have Magma Tempest to both as well. So this bit good, rest of the article bad. That's about all I got. If any of you use magic and you paid attention to anything that I just said, let me know your thoughts in chat, because it could be interesting. People ads, imagine getting ads, bro. That's a rip. I will reply, just let me know. I don't know if he's back, so he'll have to let me know when he's back. I feel like death cost should be reverted if we're given a revive mechanic. See, I think that's the thing that's so weird, though. This, like, revive mechanic is only going to be in the new boss dungeon in normal mode only. Like, let's be honest, the majority of people are going to try and go hard mode anyway, because the drop rates should be better in hard mode. So, like, they're spending all this time on this mechanic that's in one place where no one's going to go. For what reason, I do not understand. I mean, yeah, they'll be cheap, but it's shit. I don't know, I'm really disappointed. To test it out, develop it, and maybe implement it in a more efficient way down the line. And see how people like it. But I think it's stupid. I don't think the death mechanic, like, means anything. Like, why not just... I don't know if this is me. Like, this might make me sound stupid, which is fine. But I think if you're gonna, like, go to a boss, and it's already been said that they're not meant to be that easy, right? Like, it's been said that this boss dungeon isn't meant to be, like, the easiest thing to do. It's meant to be, like, hard. So, it makes it, like... Well, maybe not hard, but it shouldn't be a fucking... I don't think I should be able to go into it, first try hard mode and kill it. And if I do, then I think either I'm concerned at how bad the boss is, or maybe I've got better at the game, but I don't feel like that's going to be the case, because I don't feel like I'm good at the game. But yeah, my point was, like with the new death mechanic, it makes the boss seem weaker. Like, you're going to fight whatever the fuck these bosses are, and it can't kill you. Like, should you not be going into a boss, and if you get smacked the fuck up, you dead? And help people learn a new thing who maybe aren't as familiar with PvM in general. But would a new boss dungeon be the place to go to learn PvM? Like, I feel like there's way many more places that are better suited to help you learn. Obviously, we don't know what the mechanics of the actual boss is yet, in terms of how it's going to be for prayer flicking and movement. But you can't redeem something that isn't redeemable. So good luck with that. Right, yeah, let me see what Troll was saying now he's back from ads real quick. You think... I know, right? Imagine just not subbing. Crazy. I think they make it... You think if they make it fit, whatever the fuck that word... Bro, look, I'm not a fucking nerd. I don't know what that word means. In a way that relates to the subject or themes of something. Bro, use normal words, bro. Thematically and mechanically, you think it could be cool, but just a timer to revive seems half-baked. Yes. It's gonna give you, like, an effect, like some essence effect, that makes it so you're immune for a few seconds, as well, and your damage is lowered, like, when it, like, quote-quote, resurrects you. That's, like, the effect that they're doing. It sounds shit. The current way of the combat system actually needs us, in your opinion. It's not your style, but right now, it's all about being under a crit buff, relying on crits for stacks and a gen gain. This opens up more. The weps probably ain't gonna be a drop in normal mode. But or bleed's gonna crit. That's the thing. I don't know, like, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't feel... this might just be me being dumb, which is fine. But I don't feel like... If I use Mage, I don't want to have to be making sure that bleeds are up. Like, I just think it's weird. Like, I just don't... I don't know. I think it's too weird. Like, I feel like bleeds make the most sense with melee. Like, you're fucking slicing something, you're stabbing it or whatever. Like, bleeds should be a part of a combat style like melee. Like, melee is the one where bleeds make sense. But to have bleeds be, like, a new focus of mage, I just think it's weird as fuck, to be honest. Was there nothing posted about their reasoning in the roadmap Discord thing a while back, or the new post? I don't think so. This is what I mean with melee range the mage right now. You rely on crits, and that's how it is. Calg locked, Grim locked. It's another direction. I don't think so, because it's still gonna work on crits. Like, they're not gonna change the damage. Like, it's just an additional thing. I still think mage is gonna heavily rely on crits. It's just this bleed thing is going to be there as well. I can see bleeds working for 3 or 4 styles, but not for mage. For sure, yeah. Bloat for necro makes sense. Yeah, that does. To be fair, that does make sense. Bleeds don't get affected by crits. Yeah. I don't think the bleeds thing's a good idea. I just don't. I don't, like... And isn't combust shit? Like, I swear down that combust is, like, one of the worst things in general. Like, The only thing that I've seen that looks okay with Combust is if you're using the enhanced Kira Pack glove things, you fucking Dragon Breath and then Combust and it hits like 5-6 times for 1k for every hit. That's the only time I ever see Combust do any type of damage that is significant. So I'm not saying it isn't... Wait, what? You're not saying it isn't? Haven't said that once, but it's going to up the overall damage timing. But damage over time shit just seems shit. Like, the only thing that I've seen from what I've used personally, the only quote on, like, sort of damage over time thing that's powerful is poison. Like, big stacking, the poison over time is crazy. The intention behind the weapons was to give something to be good outside of sun rotation. It's not supposed to stack with the FSOA. I guess not. I just think it depends how it's gonna feel. I don't know. My concern is just because of how bad bleeds seem now, and they've even said in the article that they're not addressing it until a future update. I don't know if it's gonna be good or shit. I just think the bleed thing with mage is weird. Like, I just think it's really weird. Hey, Jackus. Bleeds have been the same way since EOC release, so finally them updating it is good. I guess. FSOA G-Conk 2-hand sounds like it will be better than the new weapons. I think it depends what the spec is. Because the spec is also going to align with the effect. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool to be able to use two-handed again. Because I've never been able to camp two-hand, but it just really depends on how strong the bleed damage is going to be. Like, overall, it is what it is, right? Like, we can't change it. Like, they fucking said this is what you're getting, so, yeah, here you go. I just hope it's going to be good, because my concern is that it's going to be bad. Like, the biggest thing for me is if it gets added into the game, and they've done all their testing shit, and mage is still the worst combat style in the game, and it doesn't feel close to any of the others, that's where I'm going to be upset. I mean, the tectonic effect isn't even being talked about. Like, the effect that's being added to Tectonic isn't even, like, a priority, it seems. Because I think there's something on Reddit, right? There was something on Reddit saying that it'll happen, but they don't even know when. Because it's not coming out with Sanctum.